like talking about coming off of weed, how withdrawal affected me, because I went cold turkey. Like, there was one instance where I felt the disconnect between me and the real world so vividly that I started feeling isolated. Like, I started feeling like I'm in a completely different realm than everyone else around me. And at first, in the beginning, it felt really awesome. Like, it felt like, yay, we're floating through the clouds. Like, it's awesome. And eventually, everything has its toll. It takes its toll on you, because when you're really just like surviving on substance and you're like basing your dopamine and your happiness and your sustenance on a substance, then when you don't have that substance, it gets bad. It gets to a point where the regular stuff that used to make you happy doesn't work anymore. The other things that could give you dopamine, they just don't match the frequency of the high that you're accustomed to. And you will find a lot of people who will give you company when you are in your gardening phase, but when you like get off it, those are the same people that you have to draw distance from. And it's really sad, because those friendships are not solely based on like getting high together. Those friendships are based on other things too. But if you know that if you're gonna go and see that particular person, your friend, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna smoke a little with them. And when you're getting clean, you don't have that option. You have to go like by yourself at it, because there will come a point where you will be completely alone in that journey, all alone. And many people will not understand what you're going through, because addiction, or rather like substance, influences everyone's neurological makeup in a completely different way than the others. So whenever you're getting on or off a specific psychedelic or hallucinogen, yeah, I think whenever you're getting off anything that gets you high, basically, anything toxic, it's going to be a completely solo journey for you, because even the people that are with you in it will not really understand, like, first of all, why you're doing it, why you're going off it. And they will try to tell you it's not the weed, it's other things that affect you as well, which is true for the most part. Yes, it's a combination of a bunch of things that affect you, but no one talks about this. But when people regularly smoke weed, they tend to become just a little bit dissociated in the beginning, and eventually that dissociation takes over to the point that you start getting disconnected from reality, start getting disconnected from everyone else, tangible world where everybody else is dwelling within. And it's very hard for you to relate with people and connect with people, because you become like all about the vibes. And vibes is not like sufficient for sustenance when it comes to being a functioning individual who has the ability to completely surrender to every circumstance in life. In your life, you will need to be present for situations that are of your own making, but also for other people who you care about. It's just how I define like a functioning human being. An individual who's completely participating in their lives is not only someone who's present in their own, but also present for the other people around him. Them, like people who need them, require their emotional availability. If you keep smoking weed for like a year, that becomes a little difficult for you to do. And you may be thinking that like you're coming from your own place and you're meeting the person in front of you like at the best of your capacity, but I know, we know it's not true, because you are aware that you're intoxicated. And because of the reputation that alcohol versus weed, like whatever the debate is, the reputation that weed gets is like better than alcohol, because they think that when you're high on weed, you're not really high or disconnected or intoxicated. Those are myths, because anytime you're taking a substance, a psychedelic, something that messes with your consciousness, you are high. I'm sorry to break it to you. You are intoxicated. You are disconnected from reality. This is not a hate video. I'm not trying to hate on anyone. I'm just trying to point out all the ways in which I missed out on my real life, because I was coping with substance for a few years. And it wasn't until I got off it that I was able to discover just how much of a colorful, layered, and complex human being I am. In the beginning, it was very hard. It was panic attacks on panic attacks. You get used to staying at one particular plane of consciousness, and then when you suddenly drop down, there's a lot of cortisol that gets released, a lot of dopamine that gets like cut off. I had to actually get back on my Paroxetine medicine. It's a kind of an SSRI, psychiatric medicine, which I do recommend. Like, if you need medication to cope with your mental health, go for it, man. go for it. Don't let anyone steer you otherwise or tell you that, oh, don't do it, it's addictive. No, do what you gotta do. Get yourself healthy. Do what you gotta do. So basically, this post was about how weed like affected me, and I'm barely ever structured in my speech. I just want to talk about it, so I guess I did.